Harvest Host is a membership program that allows RVers to stay overnight at places like wineries, farms, and museums, all for a yearly fee. The idea is you have access to a nice place to stay for the night, but are not obligated to spend money there, although the hosts hope you do. Now that I've used Harvest Host successfully a few times, I believe it's time to add a few thoughts of my own. Overall, the experience with the website is good. Layout is fairly easy to navigate, and it's not difficult to find places to stay. That said, there are a couple of things that bother me. Sometimes I know the name of the place I'm looking for, but when I type it in, I don't get any results. For instance, here I typed John Snyder's, and all I got was a list that had nothing to do with my search. Yet, when I added the apostrophe, it came up right away. Only an inconvenience to be sure, but I wish the search features were able to suggest places with similar spellings. Another thing that drives me batty is this pop-up that comes up every single time I go to the website. It doesn't matter if I don't allow and tell it to remember my decision, because the decision only lasts for the day. If I go back the next day, there it is again. And then there's the preferences. I never log out of the website, so it always knows it's me. But it won't keep my selections for RV length or pets allowed. And even before I set my preferences, it sometimes says I have 6 preferences and other times 7. Do you see 6 or 7 preferences? I sure don't. So I have no idea if there is something hidden in the background that I don't know about that may affect the search. Again, just a minor inconvenience, but an inconvenience nonetheless. Be aware some hosts charge for additional services like hookups or water, while others have nothing to sell, so charge a fee for staying on property. The most I've ever seen as a charge is $20, so not necessarily a bad thing, just something to be aware of. And one more note. When I first tried reserving spots on Harvest Host, I set up an arrival and departure date, then clicked on Request to Stay. I thought that was that. Well, it wasn't. I never got any responses and couldn't figure out what was going on. So, the thing I missed? You have to scroll down to the bottom of the page where you'll find information from your account and where you can add more information for the host. You also have to agree to terms and conditions and acknowledge the no-show policy, then click on Submit Request. The system knows you are interested in a reservation, and you can get an email acknowledging your request. Once it's approved, you'll get another email and you're done. Other than some minor issues with reserving sites, I do love Harvest Hosts. We haven't had a bad experience yet and have even met some great people on our journeys. Every single site has had something to offer, from museum visits to shopping experiences, from fun times to beautiful views. I've heard that there are some sites that aren't that great, but you can always read reviews from other RVers to see what's what. For us, I can honestly say we've never had a bad experience with a host or a site. If you decide Harvest Host is for you, look for discounts offered online. No reason to pay full price. Be seeing you.